Hello, my name is Demetrius Mamaro, and I'm here today at Fashion Carpets in downtown Clifton, New Jersey, with Kevin Conklin, one of my associates from Mohawk Industries. And what we're going to do is try to give you a stronger understanding of what your vinyl options are in flooring today. So you started off, you had a few questions earlier, and we were discussing sheet vinyl, and you were asking, what was the question again?
Well, I was asking, not as many people are into sheet vinyl these days, and everyone's talking about LVT, but I don't really know much about it.
So features and benefits, like why somebody would want, why more people are asking for LVT over sheet vinyl. That's a great question. Well, not for nothing. Sheet vinyl is tried and true, all right? And it's amazing when you want to cover a large area, let's say like a kitchen or a basement application, for a small cause, for a small amount of money, okay? The advantage is it goes down fairly simple. There's options where even a novice installer can loose lay the product and put it down themselves. But the negative aspect of sheet vinyl is damage. So let's say there's an active area with pivot points where there's a lot of traffic, or let's say someone accidentally was smoking in the house and put out a cigarette out on the surface of the floor, or let's just say someone dragged something, a chair, and damaged the face of the product, and now you have that bad image laying on your floor, okay? Well, what do you do to replace it? Well, unfortunately with sheet goods, you have to replace the entire floor, the entire project. So you have to move all the furniture, okay? You have to rip up the floor and then put down an entire new sheet on your floor, and a lot of times you're gluing it down, so you're scraping up. Prep work, the floor has to be plastic, glass-like, or everything underneath it will telegraph the substrate through the substrate. So you'll see every imperfection in your floor, your surface, if you don't do the prep work prior to putting the product down. So there's a lot of preparation involved, and it's labor intensive when it comes down to replacing an existing sheet vinyl floor. So what is your set LVT, LVP? Well, we pulled out the options earlier, and what you have here is LVT options, and the abbreviation is simply luxury vinyl tile.
Got it.
Okay, and there's luxury vinyl plank. Your luxury vinyl tile is right here, and basically, simply, it just replicates the look of a natural tile floor for a fraction of the cost once again. Also, the neat thing about these vinyl products is that they're a little more forgiving. So if you drop, let's say, a breakable item, less impact resistant, or they're more resistant to impact, but more importantly, more forgiving. So if you drop a dish, absorbs the shock more so, less likely to break objects that fall upon it, which is huge, okay? But the neat thing about these singular options that replicate the look of a natural wood or tile floor is simply, if I damage one plank on the floor, all I have to do is simply pop off the plank and simply replace it with a new piece, rather than replacing the entire floor, being way more cost effective over the life of your floor. Huge, right?
That's a huge difference.
Right, there you go. So that's why you're going to find more people gravitating to your LVT, LVP options, okay? So LVT, luxury vinyl tile, and then we have LVT, LVP, luxury vinyl plank. And the plank basically means it replicates the look of an actual plank from a wood floor, okay? And what the manufacturers do is they take a picture of an existing wood floor, and then they take the image and they imprint it on top of a vinyl backing. You take the product and simply you adhere it, you put adhesive on the substrate on your floor, okay? And you simply put the planks down, and there you go. You have a floor that looks exactly like a wood floor, a little more scratch resistant because the wear layers are a little more commercially rated, a little warmer, a little more forgiving if you're walking on it compared to a wood floor. As I said before, if you drop an object, less likely to break as well. A little, if you're talking about a tile floor, hard on the back, luxury vinyl tile, a little bit more forgiving.
Yes.
So that's very big, okay? If it's an area where you're maybe doing dishes, you're cooking Thanksgiving dinner, you're spending a lot of time, you want something that's a little bit more forgiving to your legs and your back. The vinyl products are more forgiving, okay? So those are really all the majority of the pros. So if I have a damaged spot, I simply pick up the plank and I put a new one down like it never happened. With the sheet vinyl goods, we got to replace the entire project, scrape up the floor, then put down, disrupt, take out all the furniture, scrape up, repair the floor, because when you scrape up the existing floor that's adhered, you're going to get a lot of this, your Luan or your plywood ripping up as well. So you have to flash coat your existing floor to make it glass-like and plastic, because if not, and that's with LVT as well, the surface needs to be glass-like, because if not, every little thing that lies underneath it will telegraph through. And especially when there's direct sunlight, you'll see every little imperfection if the subfloor is not completely level or glass-like. Imperative that your floor is prepped properly, okay? Now there's two different options when it comes to LVT as well. As I said earlier, you can either glue down your LVT, and the product is extremely pliable, so that's great. So it contours with existing floors. That's the good and the bad of it, though. The good is it's easy to work with. The bad is that, as I said before, it telegraphs everything that's underneath it. So if you're doing a glue down model, it's paramount that the floor is, I keep on saying because I can't stress it enough, the floor has to be totally glass-like, plastic, okay? So what you do is you take your adhesive, you apply the adhesive, and then you simply just lie the plank down, okay? Now the neat thing is the evolution of LVT was a lock and click system, just like a laminate floor. So if you look here, you'll see there's a tongue and groove, just like a wood floor. And all you simply do is just attach the tongue to the rear of the groove, and you assemble the two models, and you can simply have an LVT floor that literally floats on top of your existing floor. So say it's pretty cool. So say your existing floor isn't totally level or perfect. The floating option is a really good option because it's more forgiving as far as telegraphing the substrate. It'll contour more so and show less, especially if you put a proper underlayment, a pad underneath it, which will increase the comfort underfoot, sound absorption, and also, as I said earlier, telegraph less of the imperfections of the existing floor. And that's pretty much LVT and LVP in a nutshell. All right, great questions though.
Wow.
Let's go to WPC next, because that's really what the hottest trend is in the vinyl industry today. Thank you.
So Demetrius, I've actually been showing the LVT to a lot of my clients, and they've really been liking it in the commercial arena. But
right.
They've been talking a lot about this WPC for the residential side. So what's the difference between LVT and LVP, and what is WPC?
It's a great question. Well, the misconception is when it comes to WPC is a lot of people think WPC means waterproof core. The reality is the abbreviation stands for wood plastic composite, okay? And so the feature and benefit of a WPC floor in comparison to a vinyl floor is that it goes down a whole lot quicker in a fraction of the time. It's extremely forgiving, less likely to telegraph the substrate of existing floors. Let's talk about it and let's show what we're discussing. So we had that vinyl plank, if you could grab that over there, and if you could show the customers, with vinyl, it's extremely flexible and once again shows all the imperfections in your substrate. So if you had an existing tile floor, all the deltas between the tile and where the grout lines were will telegraph over your product, so you'll see every little bump, nook, and cranny on a vinyl floor. The difference is, you see how pliable this is? Here's your WPC product. There's more content in the core, all right? It's more rigid, okay? More forgiving. So you can put it over an existing floor and it will not telegraph the substrate like an LVT floor would, okay?
Oh, that's huge.
So you see how durable, okay?
Absolutely.
It's thicker core, so less likely to show indentations when you drop or have heavy rolling traffic on top of it also, if you go with the right product. And once again, it goes down in a fraction of the time. With LVT, if you're a glue down option, you have to prep the floor, make it glass-like, put down the adhesive, put it down, and then with a LVT floor, that's a floating LVT option, you have to put down the pad, the adhesive, glue it here to the floor, and then put down the LVT floor as well. This right here, you just drop it, lock and click, and it goes down in literally half the time. So when you have a floor and you don't want to invest all the money into prep work, you want to put it down in a fraction of the time, and it's also more user-friendly. So if it's a do-it-yourselfer, odds are this will be a whole lot more user-friendly when it comes to that do-it-yourself client. So that's why you hear more and more clients asking for WPC over the LVT arena.
Oh, okay.
All right, really appreciate Fashion Carpets for allowing us this opportunity to discuss the advancements of vinyl flooring from its inception to vinyl planks to WPC and now the SPC. Thank you for your time and have a great day.